Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon, rising, or Venus placements, because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. Alright, Taurus. Let's see what is the strongest energy. Sorry. Strongest message that's wanting to come through for you. I feel like there's a lot that needs to be said, or there's a lot of new information coming towards you this week. You could also be like learning, like taking time to learn something new. Some of you, I feel like, are like going into stalker mode, like investigating somebody. I do think we are like, I think there's a Mercury retrograde coming up in a couple of weeks. You could be feeling that energy too. What's going on with y'all? Okay, you have the moon as your overall energy for the week. So the moon is all about your emotions, your feelings. It's about taking time to, not only taking time to nurture yourself, but nurture the things that you want to manifest. Which means put your focus into what you're wanting to bring into your life. And at the same time, anything that is in your life that you are appreciating, acknowledge that and nurture that also. I feel like for a lot of you, there's a lot of, I feel like you might be feeling restricted in your love life, in your relationships right now. I feel like you're trying to trying to bring some sort of balance, or you could just feel that when it comes to your love life, there's lack, or when it comes to having emotional support, you might be feeling lack for that. There's something that needs to be said. If you're dealing with any kind of restriction, especially in your romantic relationships, or your close relationships with other people, there's the communication. It's like there's a need to communicate feelings. There's a need to I noticed like in relationships, like both people will have some sort of issue with something that the other person does, right? But it'll be something minor, or somebody will say, well, they'll change. Well, they'll change. You know what I mean? Like it always seems to be that there's always like things that each person has issues with in the other person, but it never gets communicated, or there's needs that never get communicated, and both people end up sitting waiting for the other person to change, but nothing is ever being communicated. Like I feel like that's what this energy is. If you're feeling also, if you're feeling restricted in your love life, or if you're feeling like things are just stuck or just out of balance in your relationship, I feel like when it comes to communication, it might be that you're finding that it's just very like skimming the surface type of conversations. I want to say this too. Pay attention to what you're focusing on manifesting, like what you're saying that you want, right? Um, I feel like you're only asking for just a little bit. You need to like ask for more. You know, when it, not necessarily other people, but when it comes to what you're manifesting, when thinking about what you want, I feel like it's just like you're only like setting like short-term goals, or only wanting like small things. And I feel like it's important for you to expand on that. Like I feel like emotionally you might need something bigger to like put your energy into. I definitely feel like there's somebody who really is needing to communicate their feelings in a relationship, but they're feeling like they can't. If you're dealing with relationship problems, if you're in a romantic relationship, or even like a close friendship, I feel like it's like when you do have conversations about any issues, it's when things are tense and when things are emotional. And I feel like that's what's causing the restriction, that the conversation needs to be had, not in the moment, not because of a reaction to something negative, but when things are calmed down. There's definitely a lot that needs to be said. I also feel too that you might find that somebody who has previously been very silent with you over the past, I want to say 6 months, not that they've been dead quiet, but somebody who hasn't been as communicative, um, they're gonna suddenly like open up the floodgates and like express a lot. Let's get more and see what comes up. I do feel like when it comes to communicating, it's possible that you've been in a situation where you're just trying to keep the peace. And in that, you've kind of neglected what your needs are. And I feel like it's important to kind of express what that is. What is your energy coming into the week? You have the Hierophant, which is you. I feel like you're trying to. I feel like you're trying to learn something, or you're trying to follow the rules. You're trying to do something like the right way, or do something. Let me keep going with this. For some of you, though, I feel like you feel that you're being judged by somebody. You're feeling like somebody's kind of like looking down on you. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have the Death card as your overall energy, and you have the Nine of Wands underneath that. You're going through some kind of shift, some kind of change. For some of you, I feel like you might be ending a connection. It's almost like you've seen some kind of truth. You know what it is that you want, or something has been brought to your attention. I feel like you're trying to figure out what to do with this. It's almost like you've learned what your soul's path is, or you're seeing the truth of a relationship. And I feel like in the past, it's almost like you've tried to go by the book with this. You've tried to do the right thing, or keep the peace. And whatever this knowledge or this awareness or this desire that you have, like, I feel like it's almost like you feel like you need to take control of your life. It's like you have all this knowledge, you're just not sure what to do with it, like how to move forward with this energy. Because it's almost like you're going to have to defend yourself. For some of you, I do feel like this is a relationship. I feel like there's some kind of, you're either wanting a connection to move forward. You might be dealing with the connection that there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of up and down. I feel like you've tried to do the right thing, but it's not moving in the direction that you want. Or there's some kind of insight that you've, like something that you're understanding about this relationship or this person, and it's putting you on a new path. But I kind of feel like it means that you're gonna have to, like, really defend yourself, or you feel like you're having to um like fight for your place. Some of you might be like having to set boundaries in a relationship, and you're finding that the person's not taking those boundaries like seriously. It's funny, in your hopes you have the Ten of Swords, in your fears you have the World. It's almost like you're wanting something to end, but you don't want it to end at the same time, because whatever this is, there is comfort in it. It's also like, too, it's like, when somebody when you get to that point in a relationship and people are like, you're questioning whether you really want the relationship to move forward. It's almost like you get in that place where you really start to try to find things wrong with that person. It's almost like you want that person to do something wrong. I feel like that's the energy that you're in. Or you're looking at this connection and you feel like there's another way that you need to go about moving this forward. But it like, you might even, like I said, be trying to set boundaries in a connection. Um, or you're even feeling that like the person you're connected to has too many walls up, and you're trying to find another way around it. And I feel like you know what to do. It's just like making that shift, and it is going to be a process. It is going to be a step-by-step thing. I feel like you're healing some kind of like codependency, or you're stepping away from a connection that has been very toxic. Some of you, I feel like you're ending some sort of habit, or um, you're you're committing to being more healthy. But the Four of Swords and the Devil card indicates it indicates a burden that you're healing from, that you're not even aware of how much of a burden that this is. Let me get a little bit more on this. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to make some sort of change, trying to bring more structure, trying to commit yourself to something, trying to let go of something that's been heavy. Let me keep going. You're committed to standing in your truth. Or you're committed to finding the truth about something. Or cutting out the bullshit in a relationship. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are ending something. I feel like a lot of you have seen some kind of truth that's kind of maybe, it's like enough is enough, whatever this truth is. Like, I feel like like it's blatantly obvious that this is something that you need to let go of. For some of you, it's a person. For some of you, it's a habit or a routine that has been restricting you. For some of you, it's a job. But it's definitely something that it's been keeping you stuck, and I feel like you're wanting things to like really just move forward. You're wanting to um, take that action, but it's gonna cause a lot of conflict. Yeah, because it goes against other people. It's upsetting somebody else, or it's going against what somebody else would want from you or expects from you. I feel like you've tried to make peace with this or tried to handle this in a peaceful way, but it's almost like this person is, if this is a person, like if you're trying to get somebody, if you're wanting commitment in a relationship and you keep voicing it to this person, I don't think that they're taking you seriously. And so I feel like you're going to have to like really stick to it, is what this energy is. Whatever this is that you've decided to do, like you're going to have to like really take that action and really stick to it. Yeah. And for a lot of you, I feel like it is stepping away from another person. The Tower and the Justice. Yeah, you're seeing the truth. You're seeing some kind of truth that, like, for some of you, I feel like it's like this person that you've been connected to maybe is not what you thought they were, or you're just seeing a new truth and you know what you need to do with it. It's just that I feel like you're finding that it's not going to be easy, especially if this involves another person, because I feel like this person that you're dealing with is not taking it as seriously as you would like them to be. And so it's going to be a process. If you're trying to work towards setting boundaries with this person, or um, wanting to move towards commitment, like you're really going to have to stick to these boundaries. And I feel like when you do this, you're going to realize how much staying in this energy has been restricting you. You have the Seven of Wands twice, which means you're going to have to kind of defend your position this week. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.